So this is game 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, so game 2 I had black because game 1 I had white.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm jealous of Levy. I wish I could retire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purse upstairs. I need to grab something.
Ooh, that's
in a
good
minute.
because I need more coffee.
Oh, okay, I'll go just a second and get it. You good with coffee?
I don't want any more coffee.
Oh,
It's
okay.
too much caffeine.
I am the champions.
I'll go in just a
Okay,
second.
now this is complicated. In the fridge, if you open the door of the fridge, now you're in the fridge. There's a door that you opened, and then there's 2 Perrier. The higher shelf Perrier is not cold.
Okay.
The lower shelf Perrier, that's cold.
This
on
is
the
like
door?
a Mission Impossible briefing.
The shelves on the door?
Yeah,
Okay, I got it.
but the lower one's cold. The other
Okay.
one's not.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so second game I had black, and then Wesley Snipes gave me a pep talk before the game. Right, sweetie?
I guess so.
Yeah, what did he tell me?
Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, always bet on black.
Oh, I
Right.
gotta get that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard you say it, though. That's
Yeah.
the best I can do.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm just checking. Don't worry about this.
Wait, I'm worrying about it.
I'm looking here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I've got several things that I like to look at.
Mm-hmm. But how am I supposed to look at the stream?
Yeah, I'm just checking in on the.
She was born in 77. I used to be born. Okay, now let's have a look at game 2. As per usual, they played the London. So the game was declared lost immediately for white. Oh, snap.
Got him.
Yeah, I was worried about the London because I didn't know what to do against it, but I didn't do any prep because that seemed wrong. You know, to prepare against players so much lower rated.
Knight C3, huh?
They played the Joe Mama London.
Yeah.
And then I thought
Mama.
Joe what? Yeah, that's because that's Joe Bava versus Mama Jarov. Okay, and I played D5, so they can't play E4. And I played
Oh.
Bishop F5, hoping
that about?
that would get them out of prep.
Knight E4.
Well, that way if they play Bishop H6, I don't
Take
lose
it in one move.
lose a tempo.
Yeah.
H4, god damn. I played H5, now they can't play Bishop H6.
Bum, bum, ba.
I think they should play some kind of F3 in here. That's what the engine says, F3.
H4 shouldn't be right, though.
Yeah, they played this.
Because now you're so solid here on the white squares.
And then when the game ended, when we analyzed the games afterwards, they were using an engine, and I wasn't. And their engine said Bishop D3 wasn't very good. That's what they played here. Yeah, it says that's a mistake. And it likes the way I played.
E6?
Knight E4.
Oh, nice.
So then, like, I thought
better.
Knight G5, they would win a pawn, but I'd have good compensation. And that turns out to be
Break
true.
it.
It prefers if they play Knight E5.
What should they have played instead of Bishop D3?
Yeah, not
good
Bishop
question.
not Bishop D3.
Castle, queen side.
Usually when you play this way, you don't play Bishop D3, you play Bishop E2. Then you can castle either way. But here the computer just wants to castle queenside.
But I don't know what that means. When you play this way.
Yeah, like
quotes,
when So for when I say this way, that means the way you would never play. Thanks Xenoid. Thanks Xenoid again. See here, look at all these moves you would never play for white. Ready? You would never play Knight C3 here. Right?
Yeah, I don't like to block my
Right.
pawn.
And you wouldn't play Queen D2. So
I
you-
might play Queen D2.
Yeah, and
I
then
wouldn't play the knight.
H4. So when you play in this style, Knight C3, Queen E2, H4, you're going to castle queenside and attack on the king side. So a lot of times, instead of Knight F3, they play F3 and try to get an E4, G4 in reverse. If you're going to play Knight F3, you could play Knight E5 early and try to get in G4. Just to
Yeah.
play like a maniac.
But also, like, I wouldn't have played H4 if I were them. You can even play F3 immediately.
Right.
Then you would have probably wanted to play H5 anyway.
Yeah.
So,
See, the thing is, in this
H4 didn't really make
position,
sense then.
after they played like a maniac, Joe Bava style, Bishop F4, Queen D2, Knight C3, H4, then they're like, okay, let's just play normal boring chess. Instead of attacking and threatening, they're like, Knight F3, E3, Bishop D3, like they didn't play crazy.
You said there was no follow through.
Right, they played like a crazy attacking line, then that's enough of that, and they played boring. They're like, he played H5, okay, forget about it. And now the engine says, I'm better. Because, why are you playing queen d2, knight c3, h4 if you're going to play boring? You could play boring like Karen. Have pawn on h3 and knight on d2,
You don't always use me as an
c3.
example. I'm trying to change my style. I'm not the whipping boy here.
Knight e4. Well, but you didn't give me my coffee yet. My Perrier.
I'm gonna
That's complaining.
Yeah, do you remember all those instructions about the Perrier, by the way?
Yeah.
Tired of being told how boring I am.
Yeah. Ben, also boring. Yeah, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
I don't like my style of play, and I don't, want
I like
to constantly be told I'm boring.
Boring.
No, not the Perrier on top. Now, let me explain the Perrier again. It's on the lower. No.
That must have been a troll.
Yeah, obviously. This guy said you should do coke before you play, then you won't be so boring.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to kill myself.
Karen will jump over the table strangling her opponent. Yeah.
I think there is a little bit of salt in Perrier, like a very small amount.
Is there salt in Perrier?
Yeah.
I mean, it's water.
It's mostly water.
Okay. So now, don't blink, Spence. The game's almost over. Okay. So now they played knight G5, right? And I thought I'm sacking a pawn and I have compensation. And strangely, the engine said, good. The engine likes black here.
Did they play DC?
So that was good. That's what I thought was a good move. The engine says rook d1 is best, and knight g takes is second best. So they castled. Doesn't like that.
Walking into the dark.
Doesn't like that one.
Yeah, that's risky.
I took, which is correct.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
Now it wants me to play queen a5, and the secondary move is b5.
I like b5.
It's a good thing I played the way I did, because I won in 4 moves.
Knight c6?
Yes.
Normal move, yeah.
Now it says they should take this.
If it's free, it's for me.
And I'm 0.8. The second best move is no surprise to anybody. King b1.
Yeah.
That's the second best. They played d5, opening up the latent potential for my bishop.
That's risky stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the engine says double question mark.
How much time do they have at this point?
I mean, plus you could play knight a5 or e5 to c4.
I could, but I didn't do any of that. I played the engine recommended.
I mean, I'm just saying that they're attacking your knight. You could do that maneuver anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't like the move.
Yeah, I played knight b4.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, because c2 is weak. Yeah. That's pretty strong. That's pretty direct.
Yeah, if it was my move, I could probably take that. I have to play bc. Whoa.
And you could also play e3.
Anyway, it says I'm up 4.8.
Yeah, your move
So
is
if
good, I
a3, then e3, as you said.
Also, if a3, bishop c3. Like you said.
They played knight here. Now I'm plus 10. Now I calculated.
Beep, boop, beep.
Yep. And here's what I calculated.
All right.
Knight takes check.
All right.
Queen b6.
Threatening mate in 1.
Didn't see, that's one. How would you like to stop queen takes b2? You're pretty good.
Well, I can't play c3 because of my knight's pinned. It's kind of a problem. I guess it would be b3.
Well, let's see. b3's the best move.
Yeah, it would have to be b3.
Okay, then you will know my name is the Lord.
All right, because I see queen b3's coming up here, huh? Is it queen b3 after?
Queen c3's the best move.
Hanging the queen, all right.
And then after I take it, you play rook d3. Just ping down a queen.
Because knight takes queen takes b3 is the point. It's
and then you will know.
It's coming in. Check first to get out.
I would check again, but the engine wants to. Actually, that's the second.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Then you have to give up the queen.
Pretty good for black. Yeah.
Hey, Duocampus, how's it going?
So they didn't play b3, I guess.
No, and when I played knight takes a2, I said, see, I saw why this lost and why this
c3,
lost.
so.
Yeah, same reason. Yeah. c4, also knight c3.
Yeah.
But they played c3, and when they did, I said, Karen, well, I said, look at this. And then after she
like
looked.
The first thing I saw.
Yeah, and then when she looked, I played here.
And then you said boom shock a lot.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So somebody's asking why castle queenside was bad for white and just moving the rook was
because
better.
the bishop on g7 was really strong. Like this bishop on g7 was attacking the queenside. That's why like in a modern Benoni, you don't see white castling queenside hardly ever. Because this diagonal's open and the bishop on g7 is really strong towards the queen side.
Once you see this position, you may realize castling queenside wasn't the best.
Yeah, or like a banco. You know, in those openings, white never.
Yeah,
ever
I got the
castles
two
queenside.
bishops. I have the Vatals.
Yeah. Also, you'd already played c5 too. That was their reaction to c5.
It says I'm plus
Opening up the
17
center
here.
there. So that was risky. They should have done it earlier when the center wasn't open yet.
Ravishing Karen. Go Karen.
Well, thank you.
Civilizing as well.
Civilizing Karen.
That is.
Well, I can go get the coffee.
And the Perrier.
Oh yeah, you want 2 drinks.
Vatals.
Yeah. 2 drinks about that.
I mean, I wasn't getting the Perrier. Yeah.
You were getting it, but maybe. All right, I'll be
It's
back.
risky getting coffee because the kids will be, hey, we're hungry. Rawr. Mad. The second game that I won, this one was only 16 moves.
You probably had a pretty high percentage this one, I would say. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think both of them. Which ones I have a higher percentage in?
Probably the first one or the second one because it was shorter. Like the.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I had less
Shorter
chance to play less stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
In my game that I won, the second game where I won in 16 moves,
I'm from the Tiger's land.
it says I played 93.2 and they played 70.7. The only thing I did wrong was bishop f5, which you were like, bishop f5, what's that? It doesn't like bishop f5. You still here?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, bishop f5 is a weird move that you play.
Right. It says every other move I played was great.
Yeah, yeah.
It says question mark. You overlooked a better way to develop a piece. Let's say overlooked it.
You on purpose played a weird way. You know, that's.
Yeah, I played a move I didn't think they would know.
93.
They played 70.7.
That's not as good.
93.2 is okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, the game was pretty complicated.